said we're going to go vintage, and this is properly vintage. We've gone back
60 years.
60, so this is in 1959, which is a special kind of year for anything with a Gibson logo on the headstock and the name Les Paul.
Yeah.
What have we got?
This is a Les Paul Special Double Cutaway. So, not a burst, obviously, as you can see from there. It was the cheap man's burst at the time.
Was this the student grade?
Yeah, this is what they classed as the student grade one. So I think these came out in 58 with the double cut. With the two pickup models. There's juniors with a single cut. There's ones with just one pickup. I've been after one for an awful long time with two pickups, and haven't had this very long, about 24 hours. It's it's 100% stock.
Yeah.
There's not a solder joint being changed on it. It's got the same pot and the same caps as a 59 burst would have.
Yeah, I can tell just looking at the pickup selector, like it's brown. That's
brown.
The yellow. It's just yellowed and aged over time.
I mean it'll be the same switch that's in there, same jack socket. Obviously this has got P90s on it.
Yeah.
It's from the neck down, it's exactly the same neck. Obviously with dots though, rather than blocks inlays on there, but exactly the same profile, same binding
that you would get on the Holy Grail 59 Les Paul.
Exactly. This thing, I mean, the story is they made these in 58. They are notorious for headstock brakes. They're notorious for heel brakes as well. Yeah. Reason being that pickup is so close, it's taken away a lot of the wood that would have gone in there.
Yeah.
So if you've got a single pickup model, they tend to be stronger because obviously it goes in. There's nothing hollowed out.
Because it's a glued neck. It's a tenon neck joint.
Yeah, it is. But obviously to have that pickup in there, they've routed some of it out. If you look from late 59, you'll find that the pickup's moved back. So the pickup's in there. That does actually change the sound a little bit.
It's only about half an inch or so, but it's just moving it closer to the bridge, so you get a bit more treble on it.
Personal opinion, this is the optimum position because you would have, one near the neck, one there to give it out. But again, it was another guitar that you just pick up, play, and it's all there, in there. And this one's in extremely good condition. There are some knocks on it, which you expect. The plastic's in great condition. It's not,
which is unusual.
It is, yeah. And I mean, it's but it's a very, very thick 4-ply guard actually. And it's starting to, you can get your finger underneath there
slightly.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, the thing is
it's a big old body on it.
It's a one-piece body.
So it's all mahogany.
It's solid mahogany neck and Brazilian rosewood board.
Yeah.
And yes, I have a CITES certificate for it as well. 59 9 serial number, and it's a one-piece body,
which is unusual for say the more student grade instrument.
Yeah, and yes, because I mean, you look at some of the standards, the bursts, they're two. Yeah. They're two-part body and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's one-piece body, and it is just. I mean, P90s, the equivalent of single coils.
But they're fatter, aren't they? Give us some tones.
You're looking at sort of between a humbucker and a single coil.
So they've got fatness. Yeah. That you would associate with a humbucker, but they've still got the chiminess of a single coil.
Yeah. So if we go for a clean bridge,
just full sound,
a big sound. Again, usable volume control.
Just bash the volume off and So there's no pops or crackles when you're using those. So for all it's 60 years old, it's not.
Unbelievable. Again, people said it before. We'll say it again. Fender and Gibson got it right in the 50s. And not like overly bright either. So it's not like if you get a single coil on the bridge and you put it there, it can be quite bitey and stuff. That's just full. It's just got a resonant bass to it.
Well, it probably help on that mahogany body.
Oh yeah,
because tone wood.
Listen to that on the neck pickup. I mean, it's huge.
What watching the meter, make sure you're not clipping. I think we're okay.
That's just, and this is stock. This is as it left the factory in 1959. And the in between again, it's just like it's just so usable. If we go for something a bit dirtier,
so it's a dirty channel.
This is a dirty channel, but we're gonna. That's just.
So they're not shy pickups.
Oh, they're not. They're just, and then you've got that, just creamy and just. They just, and it sustains forever.
That's what everybody associates with the bursts. Is the sustain. That's not got the big thick maple cap on it.
No.
But it's gorgeous.
It is
sound to it and gorgeous.
You know what? And they get their criticisms, the juniors and stuff like that. But the intonation is spot on. For a guitar that doesn't have a bridge, so it's wrap over.
Yeah, so there's no adjustable saddles on it. It's not even. It's not like an intonated.
You can intonate. There's a screw there to push it back.
So that's pretty primitive.
Yeah, it is. That's all it is. You got a screw to push it back forward, and it is, and it will literally ring on and on and on. It's just. You just can't fault the whole thing.
So worth all the bother of hunting it down? Yeah,
I mean it has. It's been a long haul. I mean you've got to be really careful because there's a lot of people selling stuff out there, and we're not going to get into the whole CITES stuff and things like that. And I know it's the restrictions been lifted on Indian and Madagascar and all the other ones. It hasn't been listed on Brazilian.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go out and spend a fortune, and anyone that's selling something with Brazilian that doesn't have a CITES.
Specifically rosewood.
Yeah, Brazilian rosewood.
Yeah.
It's illegal. Mm-hmm. It has to be sold with the Article 10 number, the certificate number that comes with it. And to be honest, if you try to sell that later on, you'll be breaking the law by selling it without it.
Yeah.
Customs can just take it. You send it through the post, and anyone gets suspicious, they can just take it and destroy it.
Yeah.
It's a minefield out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very lucky that the two vintage guitars that I've got with Brazilian rosewood on, both have got CITES certificate. This one and the Telecaster.
Yeah, because the Tele you had to source yourself.
This
one came from a reputable dealer.
Yeah,
he supplies all the
and
paperwork.
he's got the paperwork, so it's got the CITES certificate with it.
Yeah.
Now on the Telecaster, I was just one of the very fortunate few that owned it pre-92 convention, so I could apply for it myself. Pay the £31 as the current fee at the moment is, with proof of purchase, which was 1990.
Mm-hmm.
I got the certificate, no problem. But that certificate, if you try to sell something at an auction house or anything like that, they will not take it if it's got Brazilian rosewood on without the certificate. And you won't be able to export it, you won't be able to sell it. And obviously, depending on what happens in Brexit at the moment, you might not be able to ship it to the EU without the certificate.
Because at the minute we're a little bit more relaxed what we can sell to Europe because it's all part of the EU.
It wouldn't need an export. It wouldn't need an export certificate. Technically, it should have a CITES certificate.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't get into any sort of bother. But if it went, there's only a few in the States and places like that. It has to be imported through particular ports.
Ports of entry.
Yeah, because it's because they're the ones that deal with it. It's just it's just a lovely,
I'm glad you brought it in because it means I can title the video 1959 Les Paul and everyone will come running because that's what everybody gets excited about. And it is a 59 Les Paul. There's more than one type of Les Paul from 59.
Yeah, it's probably the next best thing from that year because it's got the two pickups.
Because it was made same factory, same production line, same staff, same jigs for making the necks and everything.
The neck is the same. The controls, the stuff on there. So this is the latest edition. So we've still got to get acquainted to it. We'll
Yeah.
probably do a nice comparison video on it sometime against the your vintage SG.
Yeah, because I got that 74 SG,
which isn't dissimilar.
Yeah.
Apart from
Obviously,
your
you've got
own
P90s,
humbuckers.
well, I've got humbuckers, but
Yeah.
it's similar wiring to the Les Paul style wiring.
Yeah, and similar if you think about it. The actual footprint of it's not massively different. Yeah, you've got like pointier horns,
Yeah.
but
it's
mahogany
neck,
as well.
Access to the top of the neck,
Yeah.
which you don't get with this single cut.
Yeah,
The one thing that always puts me off the single cut Les
Yeah.
Pauls is the
You got to
top
get
neck
right
access.
up here.
It's really
Yeah.
hard work.
Yeah,
so-
and I mean, you're looking about on the SG. It's pretty much everything's in the same sort of place.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And having the pickup selector near your fingers rather than up on the top,
Oh
top
yeah,
one as well.
which is why it was quite good on that Midtown. That
Yeah.
it's done pretty much like this.
It's much more ergonomic.
Yeah, because there is something about how you can get to that quite easy without stopping.
Yeah.
And I remember there's it's actually Richie Sambora when he's playing his 59 Les Paul.
Yeah.
He does it so seamlessly.
Uh-huh.
He can just go. He goes to the solo on like Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
And he does the first bit when he goes to he does it on the neck pickup, and he just
Yeah,
how he does it, but within between a note is there's quite an art. Whereas when it's down here, being a Strat player, I'm much more used to it being down there.
Every guitar I've owned, with exception of the Epiphone, pickup selector is down there or there.
Yeah,
and
it's
just so much more
it's like
accessible.
you can play on this. You can do it like with the little finger there, which is obviously the same as doing it there. It's the optimal place.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously that's it fits the SG players as well. That's why some people swear by SGs.
Yeah, I mean for me, ergonomically, that's a better guitar than single cut.
It is
Better access to the top of the neck.
Yeah,
Better pickup selector. Yeah, it's
it is. I mean,
and that's what you want. You want the guitar to be functional and
Yeah.
easy to play and all that good stuff.
saying that mind, if I came across a 50 burst for the same price as this one,
yeah, in a heartbeat.
I'd buy it and it'll be up for auction.
Yeah.
But yes. But yeah, so I mean, it's the fact that it's unmolested and it's there's nothing changed on it. Even down the nuts, which the frets have got no wear on it whatsoever.
Yeah, I can't get over how little wear there is. I mean, it's had such a light
But
touch.
if you think
really
about it,
don't
if you look at the back of the neck, there's some dents from that'll be from putting it down against the edge, a
Tables,
corner,
yeah.
a table, or
Yeah.
on a stand too heavy. There's nothing, there's a bit of rash there from what looks like
It's a rack.
a stand that's on there. But you know what? It's not worn off. And you see some of the back of the 59 bursts.
Yeah.
They're completely worn right down. And it's got the colour. I mean, obviously UV light. It's been played, but even just sitting on a stand like that with a light against it, it will fade it.
Yeah.
Whereas on the back, you've still got all the lovely cherry that would be on the back of a 59
And
burst.
I bet if you pop the scratch plate off, it's an even deeper cherry.
Oh, it is. I mean, I had this off because I restrung it.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course,
below there, it's just bright red.
Yeah.
Yeah, below that, everything's just red. And below the pickups will be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lift. I'm not going to take the back plate off it, unless I've got a problem with
Yeah,
stuff
you
like
don't
that.
need to, yeah.
I'm just going to leave everything as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Every screw is original on it, and it's just it's just amazing condition on it.
Yeah. Quite a find.
It is.
But like you say, you had to do a lot of research.
Yeah,
and
got to do it, and you've got to find it, and it's got to be right, and it's got to be on there.
Yeah.
And it's it's there to be used, and I am going to use it, and it will, as long as I don't do something stupid on it, which is there is always the issue with these, that goes or that goes, and I'll get it repaired. You know what? It'll just make it the same as everybody else's. But if you look at it as being a lease, if you know what I mean, that if you might have it, and if you lose a bit of money on it over the time, but you get some back. But if you keep it for 10 years and it's had some repairs done on it, it's probably worth what it is today in 10 years' time. Although we don't know what the vintage market's going to be like.
But you've played it in the meantime.
But yeah, you've had the enjoyment of it.
Yeah.
We've all sold stuff and lost money on it.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the
You
thing.
prefer not to, but if the market is down and it's a time where you need to get shot or something, that's the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is so if you from a vintage guitar point of view. That's it. That's the search over.
Yeah.
I've got a maple necked 50 Strat. I've got this, and I've got a telly.
Yeah.
And having a vintage telly as well, with the rosewood board, which is quite unusual.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest that I actually think the telly sounds better with a rosewood board over, because they're such treble beasts anyway.
Yes, there's a lot of
There's a
bright
lot
in those,
more
yeah.
brightness from a maple neck, and that's counteracted with a Brazilian rosewood on it. So that's, you know, I can't see, you know, ever maybe wanting like an older Martin or something like that.
Yeah. But the electrics,
Electrics have
scratched
done
all
it.
your itches.
Yeah, done them all.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but as I said, I'm sure we'll do a session on this one at some point when it's actually embedded in. And
Yeah, you want to,
we can
like, so
use
you
it.
need that moment where you kind of you played it long enough to bond with it.
Yeah,
and
to know
becomes part of
to know
you,
what
yeah.
works on it, what
Yeah.
doesn't work on it. You know.